Good morning and welcome to Crow and Klein here today with the daily energetic check-in. I have the Enchanted for Hoxa, and let me fix my light here a little bit. I had to move it from the living room. And our card of focus is the Ten of Fire. Now, I know the Ten of Fires is the Ten of Wands. It's about being overburdened, overworked, overloaded, tired, fatigued, all of those things. But I like the story that goes along with this card with the Enchanted for Hoxa. Okay, so let me grab the book here because it's really interesting how she puts this in in her book. Anyway, so basically, the dragons of Hoxa bury their eggs in areas that are easily accessible to the fairies. Okay, this is a fairy carrying this basket that is loaded with dragon eggs. Okay, these are all dragon eggs in here. All right, so they bury the eggs where the fairies can get to them. And they do this because they know that the fairies are going to protect these eggs from potential threats. Gathering eggs from whole families of dragons in small spaces where enemies can't fit. Right? So this task of gathering and relocating these dragon eggs, it's not a job for the weak or the fearful. No one wants to be the one responsible for losing the baby, right? So when you come across this fairy, as they gather their strength and balance this basket of eggs before standing up, they have to find their balance before they can stand up. This is a heavy, heavy basket. So dragon egg collecting is backbreaking, right? We can see that in this image. It is a less than glamorous job, but it's necessary work. And just as one batch is found and relocated to safety, another set of eggs will be discovered that has to be moved. So before this fairy can even catch their breath, it's time to fill another basket. So this represents the days when you feel as though life is just piling on all the tasks that no one else wants to do. Okay, that's the energy of the Ten of Fire. So someone may have saddled you with extra work, or maybe you signed up for something without realizing what was involved. Most of the time, though, once we're knee deep in the work, saying no or backing out of what we've committed to seems impossible. All right. And you have to see this job through to the end. Sometimes, even just getting through the energy of this card seems hard this morning. So, but sometimes the energy is harder than it needs to be because we refuse help or assume that no one can do the job as well as we can. Okay. Be aware of taking on more than you can handle, all right? Or setting yourself up for failure because you believe that you alone can get the job done because no one else can do it as good as you can, or to your expectations, or to your high level of standards. So success can be yours. There is no doubt about it, provided that you have the stamina to see your goal to the end. Okay, so this burden seems like you've kind of signed up for it, but maybe it was more than what you had anticipated. Yeah, it's a heavy burden, and I get it. Like, we commit to things and then we're like, oh, wow, this is like not what I signed up for. But by that time, we can't back out. You know, we want to help our friends and our neighbors and all of that, and our coworkers and our family members. But man, it can be tough sometimes. So we're going to take a look at this heavy weight that you are carrying right now. And I'm going to use a Rider-Waite, a version of a Rider-Waite deck. And we're going to dig into this a little bit because this feels like a lot. It feels like a heavy burden. And with this card specifically, this fairy is carrying this burden not for themselves necessarily, Well, I mean, they are in a sense of their level of commitment, okay? But they're also carrying the burden of the dragons. I don't know why the dragons couldn't possibly move their own eggs or have their eggs in different... I don't know. Except that the fairies do take the eggs and hide them in places where other beings and other things, other creatures cannot get to them. So they do keep them safe, right? So, yeah, let's dig into this. I want to thank you all so much for being here. I really, really appreciate you. Yeah, I'm honored to be able to bring you these messages. So let's see what's going on here with this heavy burden. I kind of like... I know, we're heading into the holidays, and it's interesting to me that, you know, this red, you know, it kind of reminds me of, you know, Santa's sack, or I don't know. There's something reminiscent about this image to me, and I'm not quite sure from where. So anyway, let's go ahead and dig on into this. I mean, it almost, yeah, okay, let's dig in. There's so much with that card. There's so much with that card. Okay, so we have the King of Cups. All right, now the King of Cups is all about emotional maturity. Okay, staying on an even keel, like he is in this rough water. His foundation, he's not rocking around. He's very, very stable on this throne. So it's staying on an even keel. It's emotional maturity. So then, yeah, this is the nature of whatever this heavy burden is you're going to need to stay emotionally mature as you move through it. Now, in your energy is the Seven of Pentacles. So this is all about something you've been working really, really hard on. And Pentacles, of course, are very slow. And so it's taking a really long time for it to come to fruition, right? You're waiting to see some sign of success in what you've been working on. Keep in mind, we have Judgment. So it is time for you to sort of reassess where you're at. And this is also a card of awakening. Okay? Keep in mind, this is part of your karmic journey. Here. I'm just going to do this for now until, just because they're all naked. So maybe, do you need to assess where you're at? Do you need to reevaluate where you're at? You've been working really hard. You've been waiting a long time for this, whatever this is. Now, the 10 of fire, 10 of wands is also an ending, okay? So your burden's not going to get any heavier. Okay, and under this, keeping this even keel with your emotions, we have Temperance, which is, yeah, tempering. It's not taking the high road. It's not taking the low road. It is definitely taking the middle road. Okay. It's moderation. You know, I think this is Gabriel, I want to say, but I could be wrong. Anyway, I mean, a lot of people say it's Archangel Michael, but I don't believe it is. I think it's Archangel Gabriel. But regardless, 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. Okay, balance. Pouring the elixir back and forth between the cups until it's exactly perfect. It is a mystical, magical recipe of divine timing. Okay, there's a lot of patience with this card. And this is coming out with this emotional maturity. And so, yeah, there's a lot of patience here. I think you might be being asked to stay patient for a little bit longer, because you are coming through something here. Okay, you're about ready to lay this burden down, and it almost feels like you'll have a choice of whether or not you want to, like this fairy, turn right around and pick it up again. Yeah. Okay. In your energy, you have the Knight of Wands. So this is kind of taking the spark of an idea and rolling with it. Okay, the Page is the spark. The Knight takes the spark of the idea and fans the flames. Really fast moving energy. All right, so sometimes this Seven of Pentacles can be a time to reevaluate where you are. Okay. Do you want to continue with this, whatever you've been working on for a long time, or do you want to shift gears? That is a possibility. And with the Knight of Wands showing up, there could be something on the horizon, something that you've been thinking about that, I mean, it could be that you recommit to what you're doing and it all of a sudden goes fast. It could be that you say, okay, I'm done with this. I want to try something new, and it goes fast. So I think that it's really up to you. With this Judgment card coming out, though, that is a card of assessing where you are. It is a card of awakening to something, okay? It is karma. It's your karmic karma. Okay. Yeah, we have the Moon coming out underneath Judgment. So there's something hidden, or something that has been hidden from you, but I really feel like something is going to be illuminated. All right. Now with the Moon, this little lobster crayfish guy coming up out of the water represents something deep inside of you that comes to the surface. Okay. So when it does that, I feel like that's what this fanning the flames is. It's probably something, it's a thought or an idea that you had a long time ago. It's going to briefly come to the surface to look at the Moon. It's from way deep down. And it feels like in your energy, you might take that and run with it. I think you should. I think you absolutely should. So while something is hidden, something is also being illuminated. I like it. I like this energy for you. Okay. All right. And under Temperance, are you kidding me? We have the Wheel of Fortune. This is the card of karma and destiny. Whatever this is that this is about is already woven into the fabric of your life. It is already in the fabric of your story. It is the mystical, magical threads that make up you. Okay? It's not something you can go around. It's not something that you can avoid. You might as well just step on through. What is that? Step on through to the other side, right? I like that for you. I like it for you very, very much. Very, very much. All right. Now, in your energy comes the Queen of Wands. And I like this for you. This is a lot of self-confidence, fiery, juicy, passionate self-confidence, a trailblazer. Understanding what you want and going for it. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. Nobody else's opinion matters. And not to mention the way that it's done, how you get to your goal is totally up to you. Okay. It's beautiful, beautiful energy. Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. And then we have the Ten of Swords coming out. So it's definitely an ending. Okay. An ending to pain, an ending to heavy burdens. Yeah, it just feels like something is going to come up from the depths inside of you, and you're going to take it and you're going to go forth, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to allow you to lay your burden down. It's going to allow you to end all of this pain that has happened in your life. Now, notice with the Ten of Swords in a traditional deck, the way that the hand is, okay? This is the way that the, is it the Emperor? The Hierophant holds their hand. Okay? There is wisdom that comes out of this card. There is wisdom. So, yeah. You have a lot going on for you. A lot going on for you. And yeah, the Eight of Wands. Now this is really, really fast moving energy, and it can be, I mean, it can be communication coming in. It can just be that once this starts moving in a certain direction, it's going to start going really fast. It could be a move involved in it. It could be, you know, and it's not always a physical move. I mean, it can be an internal shift with you as well. And it seems like with the Ten of Fire and the Ten of Swords both coming up, that, yeah, if those are endings for you on certain levels, that it is definitely going to change you. It is going to shift something inside of you, but in a good way, okay? In a really, really good way. Wow. Justice is here. Yeah, the balancing of the scales of justice. Something good is going to happen. It's going to come in really, really fast. Okay. All we need is this little thing that comes up from the depths of you to put its little crabby claws on land, and look at the moon. And then you'll know it. You'll know it when it comes to you, and you hang on to that, okay? You hang on to that. And you take it and you fan the flames of that and you go. And you do it the way you want to do it. And you do it with fiery confidence. And you do it without caring what anybody else thinks, because you're going to be successful with it. Okay? This is karmic. This is for you. That's right. Oh my, I love it. Okay, that is your message today. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe. Share with your besties. And I will see you next time.